Hello, everybody. How's it going? Once again, I'm back to talk about this new thing that I wrote. It's something I just kind of cooked up. I seen it could probably have a little potential. I was actually trying to enter this thing into like a writing contest. It was one for like last year. I'm gonna try to actually re-enter it again because I just found out apparently that you can re-enter stuff in the contest. So I think that's pretty nice. I like that. I like hearing that I can re-enter stuff because I know if I fuck up once, I can at least go back and undo my fuck up. So that makes me feel good on the inside. And I know that makes a lot of people feel happy on the inside when you can redo a fuck up. That's always good. So I actually wanted to share it a little bit with you. I pulled it up on my Microsoft Word, this Microsoft Word thing that I got going on here. The Microsoft Word joints. So yeah, let's get into this. The short story that I wrote here is called Down the Rabbit Hole. I actually shared this with some people over at Word. They liked it. I took it through word processor. This is pretty much all the time I had to do for reading. I was actually going to start doing like more readings for the stuff that I write to see if y'all can give me some insight. Kind of help me out, I guess. I'm not one of those people that gets pissed off over people's opinions on stuff. I figure we can all help each other improve and get better over time. Uh, Especially if like you're in a writing community. Writing communities are really helpful, man. If you're ever in the writing, don't shy away from writing communities. They help out. So without my further talking, let's get into this. Down the rabbit hole. A Rob Johnson short story. Because I'm gonna be formal. Gotta be formal. Alright. I clung to life, struggling to stay awake. On a Thursday, January 1st, I felt the burn of a bullet between my breast after he'd taken advantage of me. Before then, I walked into a cold alleyway, a leather coat covering my thin, vanilla shoulders. My heels click, 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 clicked swiftly through an alleyway. I don't do click noises. My sparkling black skirt fluttered in the wind. I started damning and cursing December the 31st and yearning for summer. A loud bang startled me out of my thoughts. That's when he hurt me. It was the last time my heart pounded, as fear wrenched a serrated knife into my chest. My legs became stone. I pleaded for my life. And that's when he pointed the gun at me, my mind fluttering when he said, "No witnesses." That's when he caught me. He held me down. He raped me. I had cried before he used the gun. I became completely removed from my own body. Before then, I got pissy fucking drunk at Megan's party. We got wasted at her new house, waiting patiently for a new year to lapse the last. Before I walked into that cold alleyway, before the party was over and everyone stumbled home shit-faced. We all held our glasses up, getting our New Year resolutions together. Then we bid a toast to the new year. All of us laughed and had a good time, dancing to LMFAO's party rock anthem. It was more compact than overstuffed starting. It was more compact than overstuffed sardines in a can. Noises were blurred together with the voices. People stomped their feet to the blaring music. Megan and I were both shit-faced, our arms around each other's shoulders, not able to contain our giggles. Megan gasped when she heard something like a vase breaking. We exchanged glances for a moment, then laughed again. I spilled my drink onto some guy's shoe. We locked eyes. Megan egged me on. I had taken her up on her bet. I didn't back down. Yet I went upstairs. I closed the door to Megan's room, and regretfully, one thing led to another. Hours later, on January 21st, I was murdered. But before then, I started to get ready, staring into my bathroom mirror, fixing my long brunette hair, which was all stringy and soaking. The only thing wrapped around my pale body was a velvet towel. I got dressed for the occasion. I decided against putting my wedding ring on my finger. putting it back into the drawer and closing it shut. I picked up my purse, made it outside, passed my vehicle. I decided against driving. I decided against driving. No, Madeline. That was my cough. I'm sorry. She's supposed to be coughing. Get in the car. I wish I didn't ignore my own advice. My heels clicked all the way to Megan's party. Oblivious to the facts on December 31st, I was killed by a stranger. Before then, I had taken Megan on her. Before then, I had taken Megan up on her bet after spilling drinks on some guy's shoes. He wasn't my husband. We got pissy fucking drunk. I cheated on my husband. I pleaded with Megan to take it to her grave. She took up my vow. We studied our nursing books tomorrow, judging from what she told me. I left out the door, putting on my thick fur coat over my body. I stepped out into the cold winter. Unbeknownst to me, once December 31st expired, the ball would drop. I would be raped and murdered, and the world around me slowly began to fade. So that was, again, a short story that I wrote for a writing contest back in 2016. This was actually the edited version because I had went through and I had to fix like a lot of the grammatical errors I had. Uh, had to get like a lot of the placing together. A lot of sentences like rearranged and fixed. I changed some of the dialogue. That wasn't a lot of that wasn't the original dialogue. This was my take on taking like a really short story and just trying to tell it from like first person perspective and at the same time tell it in like tell the events in like a scattered order. So like I tried to do like scattered events, like take all the events of what was going on in the story and just kind of jump them around. A lot of people actually did like the story. I was really shocked. I was like, wow, y'all like this story? It was something I thought of in like 5 minutes and was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just write this. This is just something I just wrote. It was really spontaneous. I have like a couple stories I did like that. So there's some short stories I do have posted. I do have stuff posted on Wattpad too. Once I figure out YouTube better, I'm gonna put description or links in the descriptions, so that way you guys can go and check out all of my work that I've done. I am on Facebook. I'm on Wattpad, as I've just said, and I'm trying to put together Patreon. I still don't know how to do all that stuff together for donations or whatever you guys want to put that together. So once everything's put together, I can just start going with publishing. Uh, as I've said in previous videos, I'm just trying to do my own thing. I'm not trying to go with a big time publisher because I don't want nobody telling me like what is appropriate, what I can put, when I put my own story. I want control over my stuff. Like I want 100% control over everything that I do. Uh, because I may not seem like it too much, but I am kind of a control freak when it comes to stuff that I want to do because I want to control all of it. I know, I know part of what I'm doing, so that's a surefire way of putting it. I know inkling of what I want to do and how I want to do it, and I don't want some exec sitting over me telling me, no, this is how it should be done. You should do it like this. That character shouldn't be here. That character shouldn't be there. I know my characters. I know how I want to place them. I know I only place necessary characters in necessary spots. So, but that was a short reading of my story called Down the Rabbit Hole. So, if you want to check that out, that is on my Facebook. If you go to a writer's block short stories, it's called a writer's block short stories and collections. So if you go there, you'll definitely see it. It's a thing of Batman slapping Robin across the face. That's what the picture looks like. So you go on there and you'll see. Well, I think that's like a occurring meme anyway. But yeah, if you look on there, you'll see all the short stories I posted and all the excerpts that I posted. All right, so and without further ado, that should be it. And like, comment, subscribe on this video if you did like it, and I will see you in the next video as usual.